Well, look at the Earth, finally trying to grow up. $22.5 quintillion might sound like a lot, but it's really not. But the Earth is trying its best. We can't even buy the next level for our oil factory. So I guess I'll settle for the bank, and then we get 11 megabucks for some reason, so I won't complain with that. That's probably actually the most useful thing that Earth has ever done for me. And since you're asking for it, I'm going to upgrade my lemonade stand and then my newspaper thing. We get a second upgrade to newspaper, so we're just going to do it. I figure any investment is going to be worth it long term. And then triple lemonade stand, because $95 million every quarter of a second is not bad. I'm curious to see how Mars is doing, but we need to see the moon, which has earned us a modest 257 novem sexagentillion while we've been gone, which means I can buy the next level for moon shoes. It's 503 more levels, but we just got 50 gold because we beat the moon. It was that simple. Oh, I need to reset my game to earn 50 gold. I'm not going to do that because it took a long time to get here. What I am perhaps going to do is max buy my oxygen bar because I'm pretty sure it's my highest earner right now. Then again, I think my werewolf is a higher earner than that, and this might be even higher. So I'm going to take a gamble here and just max buy this guy. The angel stopped moving, so we're going to go ahead and restart this right now. Don't worry, it won't take long to make it back. Level 1 makes me 1.2 tetragintillion. But to buy the entire angels, we need 1.4 novem bigintillion, which is every angel upgrade possible. So we're doing something right. And it's really just a matter of maxing out the rest of our businesses so they stop leveling up and buying the rest of our upgrades. So now we're maxed angel upgrades, max cash upgrades. So I'm not really sure how much money this is or how much we're making, but we own the moon in its entirety. The angels are going up. That's good enough for me. We'll check on this in like 4 years. Back to Mars, which earned a modest $1.4 trillion while I've been gone. And that's a plenty because we've got lots to unlock. Like maybe the heck portal. We're going to start data rolling and probably also buy the manager for it. That costs $1 billion. He is $400 billion. So these aren't going to be cheap. I'd say our biggest earner right now is the heck portal, but it's kind of slow. This guy's making me a lot of money. So we're maybe just going to evenly buy everything. We have a lot of money anyway. So kind of forgot I could be buying this stuff, but that's okay. Testosterone cologne, my favorite, for men profit times 33 and Marzy's profit times 33. So those are both making a ton of money now. Well, this one's making 5.3 billion every 10 seconds or so. And that's the kind of money I could live with. While we're at it, I'm just going to upgrade this because upgrades are generally worth it. 167 million every fraction of a second. While we're waiting for that to catch up, let's see what this new event is all about. More of the same? I like it. We're going to continue getting through this because this can earn us money. Really make your work for upgrades this time. Took over 10 clicks just to get the first level up, but now we're making double what we were before. On a man, presumably belly flopping onto concrete. It is a very slow process at first, but once the managers are going, oh look, he did hit the concrete. Once the managers are going, this will be easy. Scott Flopula is only going to cost $291, so the amount of money I'm getting per click is quickly outrunning the amount of cost for upgrades. We can already buy a few upgrades now with just a few clicks. I think $12 right now is good enough for me. I'm saving it for the manager, so I don't have to be here clicking. I'm a very important person with very little time on my hands. I mean, obviously. Somehow he's actually my favorite manager ever just because I'm feeling especially lazy. Look at that go. Now I can buy the upgrades. The LARPing manager is going to cost 5 grand. So while we're waiting for that, let's go back to Mars, which has earned 571 billion while I was gone. It earned 1.5 trillion, so only 3 times as much when we let it sit for a few days, so we're making progress. Can we do the 2 times profits? We can. It only lasts for 30 seconds, but that's going to give us a nice little boost. We can upgrade our chocolate bars. That's good enough for now. It's now making $1.3 billion every second. So while we're playing the waiting game, let's go back to our event and make that idiot belly flop onto the ground again and again for $2,000. Though we can't live without LARPing. I don't want to buy anything just yet, and then rock, paper, scissors. Between the 2 of these, we'll make some money. And we can actually buy the next upgrade for our belly flopping moron, so he now makes $1,000 every 2 seconds, so that's actually a huge upgrade. And now we can buy Bill Freedom Shrubbery. He's going to run LARPing because that needs management. While we're at it, let's spend $42,000 on LARPing. Yeah, that'll probably pay for itself before too long. And we can now afford bare knuckle boxing. That makes $729 at its basic amount, so we need to save up and definitely upgrade these. Also, if we drop $25,000 on the bear upgrades, is that going to be worth it? Not really. It now makes $1,400 every, millennia, so that's going to be a slow go. We're probably just going to work on getting LARPing to its next level because it shouldn't take too long. Then again, maybe I should be upgrading belly flopper because if I spend only, $8,000, that actually makes a considerable difference to how much that makes me. So we're going to keep going with belly flopping. This is very quick money. I've spent about 30 seconds worth of profit and doubled its money money output, and it's a money maker. There's another 10 levels for our LARPer. It's going to be a few more before we hit our next level, but it hopefully is going to be worth it. $225,000 later, which is more than anyone should ever spend on LARPing. And it's now making $120,000 every 4 seconds, so that was absolutely worth it. Because with a few ticks of that, we've already made more than we've made this entire time. So we can afford a few managers for other things. Now I don't have to click on things anymore because yeah, I'm that lazy. And you'll never guess what? We can get 4 times the LARPing profit for only $950,000. So it's now making almost $500,000 every 5 seconds. Along with rock, paper, scissors, which is making $160,000 every 10 seconds or so. So the money is definitely starting to feel pretty easy. It was slow for a second, but now we're in the profit. Backyard wrestling, let's do it. The next level for a lot of these things is generally into the billions, if not trillions or quadrillions, but we'll get there. I mean, backyard wrestling guy, who looks like a backyard wrestling guy, is only $2.3 million, so we'll get that for now. Then we're going to upgrade bare knuckle boxing for 4 times its profits. It's not making a ton yet, but then we're going to hit 9 times boost. So that's going to make a bunch of money for everything for a minute, and then hopefully we'll get enough for a new upgrade. Though that didn't last nearly as long as I thought it would. I guess it did still make us $25 million, which gives us an upgrade for something else if we want it. Don't know if I'm going to spend that yet because it's not really worth the money yet. And here's something I never thought I would say, but we're going to upgrade LARPing as many times as we can. It's going from making $479,000 to $855,000, so it almost doubled. Maybe I should be trying that for other things. If we do upgrade the wrestling, it goes from $7,777 to $46,000. That might be worth it, though it's still very slow. What about $5 million on rock, paper, scissors? $640,000 to $870,000. Again, not really worth it. I did hit the first level of the event, so I get how much gold? 2. A remarkable 2 gold, ladies and gentlemen. Going back to the moon for a second, I just want to see how much money we're at and also how the angels are doing. Not quite 10 times the amount of angels we had before, but I think it's worth restarting anyway, just to see if we can get a bigger and bigger number. So after maxing everything out again, we're now making 1 septillion, you know, every 10 seconds or something, which is definitely going to make the angel number go up even faster. So when we reset again, we'll make even more money again. And we're still about 33 levels away from a centillion, which is the most. So we still have a long ways to go somehow. In that brief step away from the event, we made 38.5 million. I've got kind of a fun idea. We're going to spend $70 million on LARPing once again, which now makes us almost $1 million every 3 seconds. And then we're going to use our final warp. That's going to earn us 3.365 billion. And then it's just a matter of trying to decide what to spend it on. Do we upgrade the bear? Do we upgrade the wrestling guy? Let's try the bear. This had better be worth it. From $5,000 up to 3.8 million every 13 seconds. Which makes me think wrestling guy is probably also worth it. He's making $20 million every 30 seconds. And once I buy him the 4 times profit, he's now making $80 million every 30 seconds. And that also means I can unlock the running of the bulls, which makes 1.1 million at its base level, and then competitive eating, 1.2 million at its base level, but they take a little longer. Did I? Yep, I've definitely unlocked a few new things here, and I need to remember to claim these so that we can keep moving along here. And that gave us a little badge that adds a 1.15 times boost to the base of your rock, paper, scissors. I didn't know badges could actually do something, so now it's making just a little more money. Things are moving along, but really not as fast as I'd like them to be. Luckily, I know a shortcut. If I acquire a stupid amount of gold, then I can buy myself a few boosters. Like a few little speed boosts to all of my businesses. And then something called a 27 times multiplier. Have no idea what that's gonna do. I feel like we might do pretty good at the challenge this time. Even if we don't come back to it after today, we're still gonna make quite a bit of money. As I close that menu, we're up to $386 billion. And the businesses are working a little faster than they used to for some reason. So we're gonna buy MXC and then esports. Then we're maybe gonna upgrade competitive eating to its next level. So it's now making 113 billion every cycle. As soon as I let it loose, you'll probably buy a manager for it. It's now making $113 billion every 5 seconds. And our bulls are now making $71 billion also very quickly. Really need to remember to buy the managers. The most expensive being J Pickles runs esports, $40 billion. Typical money for an esports guy. Still 0 angels, but I think we're gonna get there suddenly because you know, I bought all that gold. Is it sad that I think we're already making more money than Earth? Hey, look at that. I unlocked some more of the things here. So pretty soon we get more megabucks. And I think I get a new badge for that one. We get to upgrade this guy. So it's going from making $2 trillion to $328 trillion. And what's a pretty big step up in profit. Especially once we buy this for 9 times profit and then this for 4 times profit on top of that. And then we just unlocked a bunch of other things. because we just make stupid amounts of money now. 10 minutes ago, we were making like $1 per minute. Now this thing's making $11.8 quadrillion every 15 seconds. And the angels are going up. They're going up faster than they are all the way back on Earth where we started a million years ago. And the upgrades are going to slow down a little bit again because the closest one we can get is the bear for 135 quadrillion. Unless we buy upgrades from in here. So the bulls get a 5 times profit. They're now making $12 trillion every 3 seconds. Good news though, we're in the top 50. In fact, thanks solely to my gold purchase, we're in 7th place, tied for 8th. And at this rate, I feel like we're probably going to climb up a few more spots. I'll take antacid indigestion for $71 quadrillion. Back over on Mars, we're able to buy the next upgrade for our Heck portal. That's going from making $1 billion to $90 billion, which is definitely going to add a healthy amount of profit. And then it's back to the waiting game for just a little bit because we need a few $1 trillion for any upgrade. Then at our event, we're going to go ahead and buy the upgrade for the bears, so they're now making $28 trillion like as quick as you can count. I think it's probably worth restarting already considering we can already get 4,700 angels out of this deal, but let's do that. It's going to be a bit of a slow start, but we're going to be making so much more money because to start, we're making $11,000. It was a long time before I was able to upgrade any of these the first time. Even our first level of bear wrestling is earning us $181 million, so this is going to be much better profit. I should have prestiged much sooner. Think it's safe to say we can afford some of the managers except for the big one, but I'm pretty sure they won't be too long to afford. Because already there's esports, I'm going to set this to next so I can buy the next levels for things and pretty much click them as quick as they light up. This is going much faster than the first time around, and we're going to buy that idiot because we need him there. As for upgrades, we're just going to go like that for now, and we're already up into the quintillions. Stockpile cash. Done. And should have been worth a hearty amount of points, 3,500, which unsurprisingly kicked me up to number 3. And we can upgrade our esports again. It only costs $2.4 quintillion, so it makes us $5.6 quintillion every 10 seconds or so, and we still get to upgrade everything else. We can already restart for 4 times the angels as well, but I'm going to let that number get really big before we do it again. And you know what's going to help that? Alcohol-free champagne. It only costs $10 quintillion, so what have we got to lose? No, the numbers are going to get stupid again for a little bit. We own Backyard Wrestling, so there's another 65 points. And we get a time warp. We could probably use that back on Mars. Here's another good one. Angel Investor Effectiveness plus 1%. That's going to add 50% to the angel investors. So these are all making a lot of money, but if we do get the chance, we can sacrifice the angels for a lot of extra profit. I just bought the upgrade for MXC and it's now making $265 quintillion every 5 seconds. That's a stupid amount of money already. And the angels agree. We have about 5,000 now. We could restart for almost 300,000 already. Back here on Mars, I think I'm gonna max buy maybe the Heck portal again. It's gonna make me 105 billion every cycle. Then we're gonna warp. That's hopefully gonna jump us at least a little bit ahead. Not the greatest, but we can upgrade at least one of our things. Actually, now that I look at it, I think we can upgrade them all. So that was probably worth it. Oh, plus extra tall fences for Buggles times 33 profit. So that was definitely worth it. That's now making $634 billion every few seconds. And we should probably take advantage of angels at some point for 2% profit bonus, but we'll let this build up just a little more. Back here in Loonyland, we can upgrade this guy for $5.56 trillion because we have that much money. It's now making $10 quintillion every couple seconds. But while we're at it, let's restart one more time because now we get 582,000 angels over the 5,000 we had before, so 100 times more. Our first level, 1.4 million. Even our first level of competitive eating now is worth 1.3 quadrillion, and this is 3.8 quintillion. The angel upgrade start at 620,000 now. We're not quite there yet, but a few more prestiges than we really actually would be. Then after power buying all the upgrades we possibly could, look at that number go up now. And we're already into millions of angels should we want to restart, but we're going to save up first. But we did get a few more things, so on the leaderboard, we're definitely firmly in 4th place right now, kind of in this group of people. Also, rock, paper, scissors for $196 trillion, profit times 6. And at this point, our most profitable businesses are making in the sextillions of dollars. I think it's worth maybe rapid firing through this again because we got basically 10 times the amount of angels again. Plus we could buy some extra upgrades. So we're just going to go ahead and do that now. This is the fastest way to do this. Our first level is worth $15 million. So that's pretty fun. And then after catching up with where I think we were in the upgrades, we're already up to $500 sextillion and they're all working away with more profit than ever before. Thus, we can buy 9 times profit for these guys. We want to spend that many? Sure we do. Let's just go for it. This is making $166 quintillion, basically several times a second. And wouldn't you know it, we broke another one of our goals, spend cash. I'm pretty good at that part. And we're into the septillions. We got an upgrade for our backyard wrestlers. So he's now making $3 sextillion several times a second. The angel rates have slowed down a little bit, though we do already have double the amount. And at 3% per angel, that would be considerable. And how's the moon doing? I get worried when we don't check on the moon. It's been 15 minutes and it's made 120 septuagintillion. We could restart it for, you know, several times the angels. We'll let it build up first. Mars in the past 3 minutes has made $10 trillion, so it's making about $3 trillion a minute. And looking at some of these upgrades, that's not quick enough. So let's maybe try our 22 angels, our 92 angels, and see how much money this is going to give us. It might not seem like much, but starting at 3 cents instead of 1 cent is actually a considerable head start, because we can already buy into the Mars profits for quite a bit. So yeah, this is going to work quicker. I mean, we could already blast our way through to upgrade this guy and pretty soon this one again, and then afford Dirtwood Redsmith. Even Men at the basic level is making $12,000, and after a few upgrades it's making $250,000. By the time I was able to afford the manager, it's now making 6.2 seconds every 10 seconds, so this is easy money from here on out. And after investing a few $1,000,000 into our base business, it's making $3.6 million several times a second. Once I got the upgrade for this guy to make $13 million at max speed, we really watched the profits climb. And back in Event Land, in 7 minutes and 23 seconds, we made $45 septillion, which might not be enough to do a lot yet, but we can buy competitive eating profits and an extra bowl, plus claim our goals. And we saved up about 38 million angels so far, which isn't bad. So then back on Mars, we can upgrade our base business again, because look at all the money it can make us. 45 million as quick as it can do it. Oh, plus this one for $300 million, almost as quick as we could do it. You know what? Almost 50 million angels, good enough for me. Let's restart Event Land to see how much money we're gonna make. 126 million on the first level, I'll take it. And then once all of our upgrades are in, our highest earning business is this Moon Man, $17 septillion every 7 seconds. At least until I buy a bunch of other things, and then suddenly the esports league takes over it. $12 octillion basically, as fast as you can count. And we're now racking into the billions of angels, and we're getting 1 billion angels every 10 seconds. We've only been gone for 3.5 minutes, but Mars has earned almost $200 billion, so I'm pretty proud of it. We're going to buy the Heck Portal to start, and buy the Testosterone Cologne, because of course, this is now going to make us $15 billion all by itself. You think it's worth spending $101 billion on our basic business? It's going to go from making $45 million to 148, so triple the profits. I think that was probably worth it. Now we just sit back and let it roll in. And the same goes for this event. We're up to $4 million, and that's climbing fast, so give it a day or two and we'll really have something to work with.